Is Elon Musk's $1 million giveaway election interference? U.S. intelligence on Israel's attack plans are leaked, and dementia patients are driving political campaigns. And not just by being the candidates. That and more on this week's America Uncovered headlines. Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell. Hey, did you know there's a presidential election in just over a week? I know, weird. I haven't heard anything about it, especially not in every single inescapable waking moment of my life, and penetrating into my subconscious dreams with just over a week to go. The candidates are launching into their last-ditch efforts to try and sway undecided voters. Wait, who's still undecided? Look, the choice has never been clearer for who needs to lead America, nay, the world, into a brighter tomorrow. The only person that can make America joyful again is America Uncovered's officially endorsed presidential candidate, Chris Christie. And for those of you thinking, but wait, he's not even on the ballot. Neither was Kamala Harris for the Democratic primary, because there was no Democratic primary. And it worked out for her. So while many voters are still somehow undecided, some are so sure of their decision that, according to Reuters, the U.S. is seeing the biggest and most sustained increase in cases of political violence since the 1970s. These cases range from disputes over yard signs to a shooting at the Democratic campaign office in Arizona to that whole multiple assassination attempts thing. Could the media's and political parties' constant hyperbole about these candidates being the devil that will bring the literal end of America have people on edge? Nah, I'm sure it has nothing to do with it. Though, it doesn't seem comparing Trump to Hitler, Stalin, and Mussolini all at once is working, because Trump is gaining with black and Hispanic voters. Which can only mean one thing: they're racist too. That's just internalized white supremacy. It's in their bones. That's why they're white. Trump and Harris are on a whirlwind campaign across swing states, with Trump focusing on the storm-ravaged North Carolina, while Harris visited Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania with Liz Cheney. Trump criticized Liz Cheney for backing Harris and tried appealing to Arab American voters by claiming that Cheney is a crazed war hawk that would bring chaos to the Middle East. This was done in the Trumpiest way possible, a Truth Social rant. But Harris may have a Hail Mary play up her sleeve, as Reuters sources say her campaign met with Joe Rogan's team to discuss appearing on his podcast as a way to appeal to young male voters. Meanwhile, Donald Trump already went on Joe Rogan's podcast on Friday. Because forget the economy or the southern border, the number one issue undecided voters want to hear about in the 11th hour of the election is doing DMT in a float tank. Trump has his own Hail Mary play, talking about the size of golf legend and lemonade iced tea combiner Arnold Palmer's genitalia.
He took showers with the other pros. They came out of there, they said, "Oh my God, that's unbelievable."
There's a joke to be made about Palmer's legendary stroke, but I'm better than that. So naturally, after Trump's McDonald's stunt, the size of a man's penis became the thing the media focused on, because it's not like there are more important issues, right? Some claimed Trump was making a masculinity play. Others said there might be some strategy behind it. And the Daily Beast attacked Fox News for just ignoring it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Fox News took the high road. But maybe this is a brilliant strategy. Trump makes a wild comment, everyone talks about it, and he gets free publicity. P.T. Barnum famously said there's no such thing as bad publicity. So while Harris is outraising Trump by a wide margin, Trump is able to get even more exposure for free. Once again, the Don proves to be a Machiavellian master of intergalactic 27D chess, playing our feeble human emotions like theremin. Or he's just an old guy that likes dirty jokes. No, it's got to be the first thing. And after the break, China's problematic research. Welcome back. The House China panel warns that research China is conducting in the Arctic could be a security risk to the U.S. and its NATO allies. While this is alarming, when it comes to China, it is par for the course. The golf expression just made me think about Arnold Palmer again. Of course, the biggest security threat facing the U.S., nay the world, in the Arctic is still Santa Claus. He keeps a list on every child on the planet and knows when they're sleeping and when they're awake. And I thought the NSA's spying was invasive. Speaking of security concerns, top secret documents detailing U.S. intelligence on Israel's plans to retaliate against Iran for its October 1st attack have been leaked on the Telegram Messenger app. The FBI is currently investigating the source of the leak. This likely won't make Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu happy, and the timing couldn't be worse, as U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken just visited Israel in an attempt to try and convince Netanyahu to try and secure a ceasefire and rescue Israeli hostages, now that Hamas's leader has been killed. Now you might think, with the leader of the opposing side dead, shouldn't the conflict be over? And if you do think that, I wish I could be as naive and optimistic as you. Unfortunately, the conflict between Israel and Palestine is suddenly going to end. It's like thinking that the Joker and Batman will talk things out and become pals. No, we're destined to do this forever. Speaking of billionaires, Elon Musk's campaign group, America PAC, is offering $1 million each day to one random swing state voter who signs an online petition reading, "The First and Second Amendments guarantee freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. By signing below, I am pledging my support for the First and Second Amendments." Musk has also previously promised $47 to anyone who gets another registered voter to sign the petition. Man, Musk is spending a lot of money during this presidential election, which shouldn't come as a surprise since his purchase of Twitter shows he's not afraid to invest in highly contentious, raging dumpster fires filled with misinformation and people who feel worse after engaging with it. Many have questioned the legality of this stunt, with some going as far as saying it could count as election interference. However, like most things, it's nuanced and complicated. Vote buying is a federal crime, and so is offering rewards to people to register to vote. However, Musk's petition isn't asking them to vote a certain way or even vote at all, nor is it offering a reward for registering. It's just asking for registered voters to sign. Now, registering to vote so you could enter this lottery seems like an incentive, but it's not outright stated on the petition, so it falls into a legal gray area. It's likely because of this, and likely Musk's support of Trump, that many find this deeply concerning. Some are concerned this is a case of a billionaire trying to buy the election. If that were what was happening, it'd be concerning. But it doesn't seem to be that explicit. And also, there's nothing stopping Harris supporters from signing the petition as well. So we can rest easy knowing that billionaires aren't buying the election. They're just buying the politicians, like they always do. That's the American way. Speaking of Musk and alleged election interference, journalists Paul Thacker and Matt Taibbi have uncovered documents that show the Center for Countering Digital Hate, a nonprofit associated with Britain's Labour Party, whose mission statement is to stop the spread of online hate and disinformation, have made it a top priority to kill Elon Musk's Twitter by shaming advertisers. The CCDH met with liberal groups, including Biden's White House. Elon Musk declared war over this, and the Trump campaign filed a complaint with the FCC, alleging the Harris campaign is accepting illegal foreign assistance in the election. Really, though, it makes sense a British organization would want to interfere in the U.S. election. They're still sore about that whole revolution thing. And they don't support Trump's visit to McDonald's because the British still have a monarchy. So they back the Burger King. A CNN investigation shows that deceptive fundraising from both Democrats and Republicans have tricked elderly dementia patients into donating millions of dollars to political campaigns. These citizens receive texts that make it seem like a political candidate is personally asking for money, then direct them to a page that signs them up for monthly or even weekly donations. These are taken out of their bank account, often without them even knowing it. And it's disgusting that a political party would use a dementia patient to prop up their campaign. But sadly, it's not surprising. After all, Democrats did it with Joe Biden for months, and Biden's still president. I know, crazy, right? I forgot too. Alzheimer's is terrible, but I would have thought the one benefit to it is getting to forget about the omnipresent presidential election. But it turns out it's consuming them as well. Imagine if we could have elections that weren't so contentious, shady, divisive, and intrusive. I can only dream. Here's something you don't have to dream about because it's real and on the internet. It's a video I know you'll love, and the algorithm chose it just for you. Isn't the algorithm sweet? I think it likes you. Try to be cool about it. And America Uncovered wouldn't exist without your support. Click that orange button to support the show on Patreon. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time.